back, 9:50. Daily Show hitting you on a Monday, and we're learning all about the Trinity River Festival yet again, June the 7th and the 8th at your guys' new home. This Macaulay Heritage Project landing spot worked out pretty nicely. How's everyone doing this morning?
Good.
It's great.
I'm fine.
Hanging in there?
Oh, yeah.
You guys got a lot of bands playing this weekend. This is a good problem to have. Non-stop music for 2 days. Where do we start? The floor is yours, Senators.
Well, I'll start it off. Friday, the music starts at 4 p.m. Are you getting a good read on me?
Yes.
All right. And we're starting it off with,
Justice and the Experience.
Justice and the Experience. That's Dean Justice. And we'll have our acoustic stage going as well. We moved the acoustic stage a little bit closer to where you don't have to track all the way back by the pond for the people that were there last year. But if you were there, or if you've ever been out there, we're going to have it on this porch of the old, what is it, old, like,
Cabin. Yeah, it's old
cabin like they used to have way back in the day.
Uh-huh.
So
that's really
it'll be
cool.
on the front porch of that, so we're looking forward to it. We had that idea last year. We're like, why are we going another 3/4 of a mile or half a mile or whatever it is, whenever it could be a lot closer.
Right. Well, and as we're going through this, how did the new landing spot come about? Where was the idea to say, you know what, let's go up to Campsville and let's make this spot our own?
They let us come and we can camp. And we've always wanted camping.
Yeah.
Obviously, being Trinity's mom, that was one of the things that we used to do when she was little. We would go up there and we would hike. I'd take her and my other 2 kids up there. And so when we were looking for a new place that would let us camp also, it just made sense. Mm-hmm. And the fact that their whole mission is about conservation and doing good for the environment too, like it felt like the right move for us.
It definitely is such a great tie-in too. And whenever you're up there, especially last year, sitting there and listening to some great music, I'm sure that you sat there and had a moment to really think about those times you took those walks and all of that, really important moments. And to be able to have a weekend where, Chris, you hit it right on the head here. Brian, do you know where I'm going with this?
No.
You don't have to drive home. You don't have to drive home. You can sit there, you can bring up, your Coors Light, your Silver Bullets, whatever you need, and you're just relaxing and listening to some great music all weekend. And now, how long does it take to put all the bands and all the musicians together? Because this is not an easy process for the folks at home.
We've been working since before Trinity River Fest last year on it.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
She's our backbone. If it wasn't for her, we'd just be a bunch of freaking hillbillies. Somebody'd have like one of those 2-string old things, and I'd be over there on the moonshine joke.
You might do that anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Dang it, Brian, you beat me to the punch there. Well, and honestly, to sit there and say that this is more than a year in the making, when all of a sudden the calendar rolls over to June, what is the thought process at that point? Because I'm sure it's go, go, go until the 7th and 8th, and might even be the 8th in the morning when you can start to relax a little bit. Is that, no?
We don't relax until after we get everything cleaned up on the night.
On the 9th, about 12 o'clock, we take about noon, we take a moment, we all kind of sit down as board members and are just like, whoa, right?
It's like,
kind of reflect on.
It's like, I never want to see you people again.
at least not for a few weeks, right?
Well, and throughout the year, I know that you guys do open mic nights and cleanups through on certain roads throughout the community. And, throughout the next year going forward as we prepare for the Trinity River Festival again, what are some opportunities at Mavis and Milton Schoolhouse and some other spots where we can go and support you guys throughout the year to raise even more funds for the festival and Trinity's Way as a whole?
So we will have another open mic June 21st at Mavis, and so we've kind of talked about if we were going to do it or not do it since we're coming right off of Trinity River Festival, but our last open mic was full up early on in all of our spots, and so since the community seems to like it, we always have a great time when we do it. We'll be out there again June 21st, and then the third Friday of every month. So I added what that is in July and August. But
And hopefully the open mic can be out in that patio instead of...
Yeah, we'll be outside.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Weather permitting, of course.
And you can always stay tuned to the RiverBender calendar because I make sure that's in there. I always make sure to add it. And
nice.
every third Friday. Oh, no problem. And have you had someone yet that shows up to the open mic night that's made it onto the stage yet at Trinity River Festival?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
common? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. I like that a lot.
Well,
We
we've
definitely
had
have.
people that played Trinity River Fest. You know, this is our 7th one.
Right.
So a lot of these people are coming back. We've got a few new faces. I think
Solar
Hallelujah.
Material is one of them
Yeah,
that we picked
yeah.
up from
Uh-huh.
the open mic. So Will Marsh and Wyrus, they came out and did one of our first open mics
Right.
Gabe
last
Brady.
year.
Yeah,
and
Gabe.
That's cool.
Yeah, and we picked them up to come play Trinity River Festival.
That's what I think's awesome about this is it's almost a progression, you know, where you can have some folks that show up to the open mic night and, you know, they wow the crowd and all of a sudden there they are in the 7th and 8th, you know, on one of the stages playing some great music. Now, Spilly Nelson coming up is always a pretty big deal. How'd you guys get this one going? Was
They've
this
been
just...
coming since year 1, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Last year you had some too?
I've known Josh since either late teens or early 20s, and that means we're both old, by the way. and
No.
Also, I know Andrew Crane for a long time ting
Mm-hmm.
and I met both of them through the radio program at Lewis and Clark College. So
I'll be darned.
that's why I have such a face for radio.
Well, I just think it's cool because you weren't just getting, you know, some folks that, you know, played for a couple of days, you know, and just looking for gigs. You have some great bands that are coming up all weekend. And now, have we figured out where we're going to be plotting our land for the 7th and 8th, Brian? Are you going to be up there both days or you
Yeah,
driving?
but I'm not camping. So
You aren't camping?
I'm not a camper.
Chris, are you a camper?
I'm the one that they're going to come to in the middle of the night if there's an issue. So
Good call. Good call there. Camper?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Okay, see, I'm not, though. I'm a glamper. You know, I can't deal with bugs. I can do like a little RV or something out there, and then that's roughing it for me, you know?
we are going to have full-on bug attack. Yeah, I'm going to fist fight every single one of them.
There,
You know what? We should point out about camping, too. Although it is primitive camping, they do have great restrooms, flushable toilets, and
Really good
showers.
showers,
And so,
Oh,
even
God.
though you're kind of
that's not camping.
you're kind of roughing it, you still have the opportunity to go clean up a little bit.
Right.
What a point. That is an awesome call to action.
And if you don't feel like cooking your own food, we do have food vendors.
We'll have the pavilion out, who they are up in
They're good.
Campsville. They have a restaurant up there, and so they are going to come out and actually vend catfish fritters and pork tenderloin. And then we have another vendor that's
They
going to
have
be.
really good homemade chips too.
Oh yeah, they did have really good.
Yeah, they do. The
chips.
pavilion's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know they'll have food.
It's not like you're camping by yourself. There's a bunch of people out there camping.
Yeah, and it's the community aspect of it too, where it's a real festival, you know, and that's what I think's really cool about this, just start to finish across the board. Now we got to talk serious here. You got to get tickets. How do we get them?
Oh, you can go to the Trinity River Festival Facebook page, and there's actually a direct link on that Facebook page. That's the easiest way to get them. You can also go directly to our website, which is www.trinitysway.org, and there's a ticket link there too for you to get them.
Really cool. And, you know, there's so much interest, and now the day's here. And it just always seems like, even last year talking with all of you, you know, it just sneaks up on you. And before you know it, here's June 7th, or, you know, last year it was June 3rd, I believe it was on. You know, it's here. So get your tickets now. You don't want to miss out on this really great opportunity to help support Trinity's Way and just be a part of the festival itself. Now, what bands are we looking forward to the most?
One more thing about the tickets: if you're
Yeah.
a slacker and a procrastinator like me, you can always come to the gate.
Oh,
Yeah,
But they're more expensive.
no, we're cash only at the gate because
Cash
we're
only,
in such a
yeah.
remote location that we don't have the capacity to run our internet sales out there. So if you're wanting to pay by credit card or debit card or whatever, then definitely get the tickets. Ticket sales close
Right.
Friday at midnight. Not Friday. Wednesday at midnight.
so this Wednesday at midnight.
Yeah, because we have to be able to print our ticket list to make sure we.
Well, I got this for the
And
audience.
we head out there Thursday to get everything set
Do you
up.
really?
So,
Oh, yeah.
And,
Wow.
just so you know, if you got any important calls to make sure you make them before you get back to the public.
No kidding.
Because unless you have a satellite phone, you're not calling from there.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I don't think
Which is a good thing in my.
it is. You get to be
get
around
away from
music.
technology and
Well, and that's why I love this idea, because that's the whole purpose of the festival and everything that you guys do with Trinity's Way is to be a part of nature and cleaning up the environment and enjoying, just the sights and sounds of it. And what better way? And honestly, Brian, I don't think they make an Ethernet cable that long for
No.
But going forward, guys, seriously, get your tickets and have a weekend of fun. So the pavilion's going to be there. Any other food vendors?
We do have another food vendor that's coming out. They're going to do like hot dogs, hamburgers,
Oh, cool.
Like bag chips, that type of stuff too. And then we have another vendor who's
Good.
going to do lemonade shake-ups.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Any adult-themed lemonade shake-ups or these...
You can make your own.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
We're strictly BYOB.
BYOB too. And now, should we bring our own trash bags, all that stuff too, so we can clean up our mess, get the...
I mean, that's great if people do, but we will have extra trash bags on hand. So typically we have somebody on our green team go out and just hand out trash bags to each campsite, see if anybody needs one, so they can, make sure they get it where it should go.
Right. And we were just talking, the three of us, we went to post comments before we got here. We're thinking of a little experiment, trying to do recycling this year. So I have a truck that needs recycled anyway. And so it's going to be parked, and if someone sees it and they have stuff that is recycling, like aluminum or plastic water bottles or whatever, just throw it in the back of my truck.
Yeah, we don't want you to bring glass, though.
No glass.
No
Right.
glass.
Okay. Well, and that's honestly a really smart... I'd be the idiot that brings glass and cuts my foot the first day and gets airlifted from the Macaulay Heritage Project. You just wait and see. And going forward, too, enjoy the weekend, because this is what music festivals are all about. You don't need any damn cell phone to tell your friends you're listening to some great band somewhere. That's a memory that you can share. Just bring your friends with you, and you have them for life, And
Right.
going forward, how can we volunteer with Trinity's Way? Because what I think is cool is just the litter cleanups. That's a really cool thing for us to be a part of and help support, too.
Our next one will be the second Sunday in July, so I believe that's maybe the 8th or 9th.
That is July the 7th.
July.
Oh, wait, no, I lied to you. The second Sunday, correct?
I'm going to
Second
say,
Sunday.
yeah.
That is
The
July
first-
the 14th.
Okay.
That's not mathematically possible.
July the 14th is the next litter cleanup, but throughout the year they can support monetarily, correct, with donations? And
Yeah, definitely. You can always donate directly on our Facebook page or on our website, too.
Really cool. And now, how much are tickets for this weekend?
If you want to camp and come out, they're $50 for a weekend pass. If you don't want to camp, they're $20 per day. So 20 for Friday, 20 for Saturday.
And who had to do the event listing on Facebook? I'm curious.
I did.
You are a trooper.
Hey, I wasn't lying earlier when I said she's our back on.
I mean, you have to be. This is the most detailed event list. Thank you, because I do the community
Yeah.
calendar here, and you know how awful it is when someone says, showtime's at 7, and that's all they put in their description. I'm like, well, what do I do with
I've
this?
learned over the years, it saves me a lot of work on the back end, because otherwise people are just going to message me and say, ask this question, what band's playing at this time, or
Right.
what do we need to know about camping, or that type of stuff. So I feel, get it all out there. It's worth the time and effort.
And since I MC it, all I got to do is print that out, and then my job's basically done.
There you go. Well, and too, wanted to point out, pet friendly,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
but leashes, all that stuff, just the common,
Well, they had to make it pet friendly, or else me and Brian couldn't be there.
Good morning, Brian.
I don't know why he lumps me in with that.
And then children 10 and under free.
Yes.
Really cool. And wanted to make sure you guys know, even though you're in Campsville, you are camping in luxury with some amenities like hot showers and great bathrooms and all of those things that you kind of take for granted before you get out in the woods. And
And they do have firewood up there too.
Yeah, they have
And
firewood to
fire
buy
pits and everything.
right on site.
And
That's really cool.
What is it, $5 a bundle,
Yeah,
or
$5
I think,
bundle,
and
yeah.
that's a donation to Macaulay and helps them keep their.
I mean, that's the great thing about that location, too, is that they've also got fishing ponds. You can fish. They've got trails. I mean,
Trails,
there's
yeah.
940 acres of land up there, so you can do a little hike with a beautiful scenic overlook of the Illinois River. So, if you want to take a break from the music, or you've got a little bit of downtime, there's other things that you can do, too, while you're there.
that's
Like if you camp out Friday night, we don't even start the music till 11:30 on Saturday, so that.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect thing to wake up and hike in the morning. Make
Yeah.
yourself some coffee or whatever, and go for a hike and get in touch with nature, and it's a good time. We had a lot of people doing some hiking last year, and they have all levels of difficulty in hiking. Don't
Yeah, they definitely have some, more
They-
beginner trails, more intermediate trails.
And then, do
Some
they
with
have
a lot of
expert?
elevation.
Do they go to expert level? I think they
I
do.
would say, that it's, probably intermediate
Yeah.
or moderately difficult.
Experts create their own trail, Chris,
Straight through the woods, any way you want to
I'm
go.
telling you what, though, I wouldn't even be on intermediate. They'd have one just for CJ. It'd be a straight line back to my car, to get me out of there.
too.
You could always stop at Barefoot Inn and Hardin and see if they actually have one of the Barefoot Bigfoot truck, or Bigfoot trucks, and just drive it through the woods.
That'd be cool, too.
I don't see a problem with that. And then again, I'm not really.
Yeah, well, there's a reason I host a talk show, Chris, But as we're going forward, I got this. You ready? I'm going to knock this out. On Friday, the main stage, Justice and the Experience kick off at 4 p.m. at 5:30 on the main stage. Abigail Tate, Agents of the Free, follow at 7 p.m. Then Cricket and the Grilled Avocados. Good band name. 8:30 p.m. and then 10 p.m. Spilly Nelson wraps up the night on a Friday on the main stage. However, the acoustic stage, because there's a whole lot of music going on at 4:45 p.m. on Friday on the acoustic stage. Hallelujah, Lily. Whew, I was getting a little tongue-tied there. At 6 p.m. Everhart and Company. At 7:15 Everhart and Light. 8:30 p.m. on Friday, the acoustic stage. Set break, Sarah's. And then on Saturday on the main stage, 11:30 a.m. Joshua Grassel and Friends. 1 p.m. Framley Values. 2:30 p.m. Datura?
Yeah,
I
they're new this year,
I was
so.
getting nervous. The Peace Lords play at 4 p.m. Silver Material at 5:30 p.m. 7 p.m. Modern Pasta. 8:30 p.m. The Trophy Mules. Aaron Joe and the Greater Good going to be joining the main stage at 10 p.m. Followed by Liver Jones and the Flatworms at 10:30 p.m. And then Liver Jones and Aaron Joe collab around 11:30ish that night. And then on the acoustics, we aren't done. See, this is why you need to get tickets. All this great music. On the acoustic stage, I'm sweating. 12 p.m. Sawyer Chronicle. 1:15 p.m. on a Saturday, Gabe Brady, who was on the open mic nights and made the trek all the way up to the festival. Then at 2:30 p.m. Will Marsh takes the acoustic stage on Saturday. 3:45 p.m. Joshua Grassel. Jason Dunham follows him at 5 p.m. And then I like this. What's a psychedelic symphony? I feel like I've done one of those before. Oh, no, is that a bell? Okay. 6:15 That was good. 6:15 p.m. Psychedelic Symphony. 7:30 p.m. Bill's Problem. And then the Pruitt Brothers wrap up the night on the acoustic stage at 8:45. Tickets again, how much do they cost?
$20 a day.
Oh, you can't beat
$20
that.
a day, $50 if you want to come out, camp for the whole weekend.
You cannot beat
And we
that.
encourage the camping. A lot of this
Yeah.
is about building relationships and meeting new people, and we're all like-minded, and we just come out and have a good time.
Have you planned next year's already? Is that already started?
Well, of course. I mean, it's pretty much
I
a
was just-
rolling, ongoing kind of.
Whenever we
kind of
stopped and got
process.
coffee on the way here, the guy sold us our coffee. Is in a band, and I was telling him about it, and I'm like, we're always looking for people, and next year it'll be the beginning of June again. And told him to check out our website and come out to an open mic and get to know us and let us hear you.
It's really
You know,
cool.
we definitely make sure that we're not going to get people up there that sound like two twines and a moonshine jug. We're pretty proud of we're pretty proud of our sound. We have a very good sound system. Actually, this year we had to break away from our normal sound guys, but Spilly Nelson is actually very much responsible for doing our sound this year. Josh Witt is his name, and we're just gonna blast it out. It'll be the same sound as you're used to.
Well, and that's what I think's cool about the festival too, because you guys really made this your own festival, and it ties into everything that the mission of Trinity's Way is about. Because sometimes when you put on a project and you put on a festival or an event, you put the event on, but you forget why you put the event on, because all of a sudden the lights turn on and here's more names and here's this and this, and then you kind of lose sight of it. But here, I mean, for, over 7 years, it's all really tied into that message of Trinity's Way, and, really just multiplied it to the point to where it keeps growing, and I don't think it's stopping anytime soon. And how's the focus been on that? What's the goal been to really make sure that you incorporate all aspects of Trinity's Way, of Trinity, herself, and then of course, just the atmosphere of the organization?
I mean, I think for us, it's a constant reflection and reevaluation process after we do an event, any event, whether it's Trinity River Festival or Trivia Night last October,
Which
our open mics,
we're
our
talking
litter
about doing
cleanups.
another one.
Doing it again?
Halloween.
Let me know when I can promote.
We always talk about like what's true to Trinity's spirit, and we were really happy with the move to McCauley because of their mission and being able to add camping and being able to have it be pet friendly. And I think for next year we're looking at doing some different things, like possibly adding like yoga on Saturday mornings.
Oh, cool.
Right.
Guided hikes, different elements and aspects of kind of environmental conservation.
Right. Which the guided
Really
hikes,
cool.
you don't have to worry. I'm not going to be guiding them.
That's a good point,
Well,
Chris.
I'll be busy running because I MC, and I'll be. My goal is to introduce every single person on the acoustic stage. Last year I did everyone on the main stage, but the acoustic stage was so far
Yeah.
away I couldn't break away. But
Yeah.
this is a lot closer to the main stage, but it's still got a nature break to where the sound from the main stage isn't going to overwhelm
That's cool.
the acoustic stage. But I want to be introducing both. That's my goal, is to do both stages.
That's a pretty eclectic group of musicians. If you don't like one band, you'll like the next one.
That's
Yeah,
it's a
I mean, I
great
think
point.
it's important
Really
to,
cool.
to talk about just the different types of music that are going on. Like, it's not all one genre
Yeah.
that's going to be happening. We've tried to do a good mix of a little bit of country, a little bit of emo, a little bit of
Yeah.
hard rock, a little bit of,
She's a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll.
No way.
Yeah. Who knew? Guy with the slider hat likes hard rock. Are you kidding me?
Well, and Brian, what are you looking forward to this weekend? Going into Trinity River Festival. Anything that you're kind of
Just getting to see all the people out there, listen to some music.
has it become one of those things where you're starting to get some families that are repeat customers coming back up for at the River Festival? You're going to see John and his couple of friends and his kids. Has that gotten to that point too?
yeah, for sure. I mean,
Cool.
yeah.
We've had people that have been there every single year. I mean, April and I have been there every single year.
I mean, for these two to put on this event
It's-
7 years in a row, to do anything in 7 years in a row is,
It's-
especially when you did it through COVID and,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the online event was actually our most profitable because our cost was nil.
Was next to nothing.
Yeah,
And
it was
I think
basically
we
nil.
might have been one of the first live stream festivals during COVID.
I mean, that's the way the timing of it all worked out, and
One, it shows, Chris, really, I mean, how important Trinity's Way is, and how much it means to you, because like Brian said, it's a great point. 7 years for anything, is, especially in today's generation, is just unheard of. And to do 7, not only just, we're not talking here just a pop-up barbecue stand, we're talking a full-on music festival.
Right.
It shows the commitment and really how important Trinity's Way is, not only for you guys, because we know how important it is for you all, but how important it is for the community too. And to have an organization like this, and it's really great to support. And if you can't make it this weekend, folks, on the 7th or the 8th, make sure you mark your calendars just to go and check out Trinity's Way and donate if you could. It's trinitysway.org, and you can help support them throughout the year. This helps for the Trinity River Festival next year, so that way Chris can take some guided hike classes so he can teach you the right way to hike. No, I'm just kidding. But you can help support. And then on July the 14th is the second Sunday of July, where you can help with those roadside cleanups and make sure that you're helping our area look as best as it can, as Trinity would have wanted it to be. And really just thank you so much for always coming on. And if I can ever be of help, just give me a call and we'll make sure it's on the calendar.
right.
Yeah, great.
And actually, the cleanups, that's how Trinity's Way started.
Yeah.
Was, we did a cleanup because I was reading an article that she did for Orion online magazine, and it was about how she was disgusted by the caves and how there was crap down there. Hell, the first time we did a cleanup down there, I found a portable 2-liter Pepsi or whatever bottle meth lab down there. Yeah, some kids found it, and they called me over. I'm like, here, let me touch it.
It's not funny, but
I'm not too worried about chemicals in my body.
Oh my God. But I mean, honestly though, in all seriousness, if a child was going out there in the caves and just going with their friends, I could have killed somebody. And it's important to do those cleanups. And even though it's just amazing that someone has the audacity and really the guts to create a mobile meth lab.
people will throw away. We found a stack of shingles that somebody took off their roof.
Yeah, roofing materials. Yeah. Get a lot of dumping going on.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know, we've been doing
do litter
this.
cleanups.
We've been
People
doing
are
this
so
over 6
freaking
years,
stupid. Yeah,
and
Chris.
Some of the stuff I'm not even going to say, even though this is an FCC regulated. I can't tell you some of the stuff I will in person. come up to Macaulay Heritage Project this weekend and ask
And
me
learn
about
what
some
they
of the
find.
weird stuff we have found on cleanups.
But seriously, folks, get your tickets. TrinitiesWay.org. You can sign up to get your tickets by going to the Facebook event page, buy your tickets, and see just 2 days full of music, great vendors, and just a great atmosphere, and really supporting a great cause and just helping out. And that's really the cool thing about this. So as you start your summer, I hope you start it with the Trinity River Festival. Brian, am I forgetting anything?
I don't think so.
You kept
I made
Chris
a
on-
fact checking.
I saw it. I was getting nervous over there. When I said 7th annual, I kind of got...
You're
I was,
getting graded, CJ. This is your final.
Oh, God. The last time I was graded, the teacher laughed at me and just said, just take a left out the door, you know?
Well, here, I got something to show you. I've been cleaning up my junk drawer, and I found that.
Oh, my God. A blast from the past. Errands made easy. Have you seen this, Chris?
No.
Nacello's Errand Service. This was my business back in the day.
wow.
In high school.
When your CEO project?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, and then I found out I got in trouble. Did I ever tell you that story? Because I started leaving school to do jobs.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me.
Oh, man, that wasn't a good thing. But at 1016, what is a good thing? Stopping by the Trinity River Festival and really just enjoying some great music. Stopping by on the 14th and helping out with the litter cleanup. You can go to trinitiesway.org. That's Trinity's Way.
14th of July.
Yeah, 14th of July. Thank you, Chris. And trinitiesway.org to get more information. But we will see you this weekend on the 7th and the 8th at the Trinity River Festival at the Macaulay Heritage Project. Oh, I got to take care of business. I am just slacking today, Chris. It's the effect you have on me, you know. Let me tell you about Village Dispensary. How about that? A brand new client and a brand new supporter of the show. Village Dispensary, I will be doing a live show this Saturday from. They're doing their grand opening celebration at Village Dispensary, and I just love it. You know, so if you're looking to channel your inner Snoop Dogg, you need to swing by Village Dispo for the best cannabis around. Their friendly staff will have you in and out faster than you can say. Chris, DOGG. Whether you're after vapes, flower, topicals, tinctures, edibles, and more, you need to stop by and see the stash that is truly gonna make you smile. Locally owned, community rooted, and union built, Village Dispensary believes everyone deserves quality cannabis. Check out RiverBender.com for their amazing selection. Get the Aero Pro, and don't forget to tell them that CJ sent you over their way. That's Village Dispensary or VillageDispo.com.